Hey there, welcome to the latest episode of Hiker Homily. This is the first Hiker Homily for 2021. We're moving along. Hey, you know what? I'm a rocker, and I don't mean just in the music genre. Ever since I was a little kid, I've loved rocking chairs. Even if I'm in a chair that doesn't rock, I will rock. So I sit in this swing chair, and you're going to notice that every once in a while it's just automatic for me to start doing this. I apologize. Try to control that so I'm not moving back and forth in the camera. But I tell you what, it's just something that I do. I'm a rocker. Okay. Anyway, Hiker Homily, the first one for 2021, and I wanted to talk a little bit. This is kind of a request from my buddy John Wimmer, who actually brought up a good subject, and it is something that, especially for us older hikers, now any of the young people that might actually watch my channel, like, oh, I'm leaving. No. This could be for you too. If nothing else, you can't stop aging. You're eventually going to be there, whether you think you are or not. But especially for us older hikers, we start to weigh things like comfort and I don't want to say ultralightness or things like that, but it kind of gets into that. You start making decisions when it comes to your gear. And we're having quite a windstorm, by the way, so hopefully this isn't going to mess up the microphone. If it does, I'll have to record this all over again. But yeah, you start making choices about gear and things like that are quite often more towards your comfort than that. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you that I'm probably one of the last people that should talk on this, because even when I was a young person, in really good shape. I was in decent shape when I was younger, skinny and had muscles and ran track and all that kind of stuff. Comfort and enjoyment on the trail was always my focus, always. I was never one of those just hit the trail focused on making everything lighter and how many miles can I get in that day? Absolutely not. Even when I was younger and could do multiple miles at a decent pace if I wanted to, for the most part, I was perfectly happy with only getting 6 miles in that day if I really enjoyed the trail, had a great time with friends, saw some cool stuff. That was perfectly fine with me. I didn't need to crush 20, 25 miles and I'm not making fun of those people who do that, because that's one of the things I wanted to get into is it goes beyond your age and it goes beyond. Man, I don't even know the term for it. It really is a subjective, individual thing, and it goes down to your personality of why are you on the trail. And people get on the trail for all kinds of different reasons. Now, for one person, enjoying the trail means they got it done. I did 20 miles today. Ooh, and that's good to them. They like that. That's what they enjoy about hiking is pushing their body to a limit. Even if it was uncomfortable. I got in 20 miles. I did 30 today. Holy mackerel, we were at this pace and that is fun to them, and they're enjoying that, and that's cool. They can do that. Other people, kind of closer to me, nah. I'm here to look at that peak and maybe even look at it for a while. Man, that's a nice view. What a great view that is. And I'm going to do this, and I want to do that. So yeah, we ended up getting 6 miles done today. And we found a place to camp, and man, what a nice sky this is. And actually just sitting in camp is cool. And I have this comfortable thing with me that makes camp even comfortable. It's a little heavy in my pack, a little extra ounces there and things like that. But man, it's great having it when I'm enjoying time with friends here when we're camping and things. So there it is. That is the actual proper use of the term hike your own hike. That really is. It's a term. I covered that in a hiker homily a long time ago. It's just a misused, overused term. But when it is used correctly, there it is. So yeah, for me, I have always landed more on the comfort side than on the expedience or weight or that kind of side. I really have, always. And as I get older, I find myself leaning that comfort side even more, because I am absolutely not going to enjoy my time out there, whether it's a long backpack trip or a short one. I am not going to enjoy my time out there if I'm sleeping on, like I used to as a young man, one thin foam pad. Now that thin foam pad, man, that hardly weighs anything. It's perfect for weight, nothing. But my back could not handle it right now, at my age and my shape and things like that. And even if I were in better shape, it just would be uncomfortable. I'd wake up in the mornings unhappy, having not gotten much sleep, and that would make it tough to enjoy the next day. I would rather carry the extra weight that comes with a little bit more of a cushy sleeping pad and this and that, and maybe a little blow up pillow and things like that. I'm going to carry that little bit of extra weight because it means when I wake up in the morning, I've gotten a little bit, at least a little bit better sleep, hopefully a lot better sleep, and the next day I'm enjoying myself. Whether I do 10 miles or 5 miles or 20 miles, I've gotten a good night's sleep and I'm ready to take it on. So the comfort is important. I do things now like when I was younger, never walked with trekking poles, ever. Now, if I'm doing any kind of hill work, any kind of elevation changes in a trail, gotta have those trekking poles. They really help me go. They help me enjoy the trip, and they help me, not struggle as much, and therefore I'm enjoying things and things like that. So yeah, I think really the whole topic is extremely subjective, and I'm not going to bag on people who decide, no, I'm going to be the one who clips my toothbrush in half because that many extra zero point 0.3 ounces is too much. I'm going to have the shorter toothbrush, and I'm going to do this, and I'm only going to carry that, and I'm going to get it down to such and such base weight of only 10 pounds. And cool. If you're enjoying it and you have not endangered yourself by totally throwing out safety things that you need to bring with you, essential stuff that has to be brought with you and things like that, and you're enjoying yourself, there you go. You're okay. You go ahead and do it. And for those of us who just aren't that way, and we're going to carry the extra weight and things like that, as long as, again, you are not endangering yourself. Because there is such a thing as too much comfort. If you're carrying such a heavy weight that, again, your enjoyment is done. Even when you're not even walking up a hill, you are just oppressed by your pack. It is just too heavy. You just can't do it. You've got this, you've got that. And yeah, when you finally make it to camp, you have all these nice comforts and things like that. But it's kind of hard to enjoy them because the day was so tough and you're just wiped out. And you conk out in your tent and you wake up the next morning and like, oh my gosh, I've got to pack this again and I've got to carry this thing again. Okay, well then you've gone the other direction there. All those comforts are not helping you. They're actually hindering your good time. So you can go too far on the other way. You got to try and find that happy medium that works for you and you alone. And that's going to be different for different people. It really comes down to the mindset. What are you trying to achieve? If your main goal, like me, is for any backpack trip, have fun. That's my number one goal for any trip. I want to have fun on this trip. Then yeah, you're gonna go more with that. A few comfort things here, and if my pack is a little bit heavier, but not oppressively heavier, I'm good with that. I'm still going to have a good time on the trail, and I'm going to enjoy myself when I'm done hiking for the day and things like that. Hopefully with good friends, because I love hiking with friends and things like that. It's fantastic. I think that makes the difference. Now, if your goal is I want to do this trail in so many days, yeah, you're going to lean more towards I'm going to keep this kind of gear for safety, but I'm going to make everything as light as I can because I need to do those miles every day to get this done. And then when it's over, you look back and think, yeah, I achieved my goal. I got this trail done in this amount of time, and that makes you feel good. Okay, well then you're succeeding too. You're doing what you got to do. So again, that line's going to be different places for different people. It's not going to be the same for everyone. Everyone has their level of enjoyment, and it's going to come from their mindset of what they're trying to do on that hike. A lot of people, it's like, what are you talking about? You're going out and you're hiking. You're trying to get from one part to the other to finish the trail. Yeah, it goes deeper than that, though. For me, just finishing a trail, like when I did the Lost Coast Trail, it wasn't just about getting to the end of the trail so I can check mark a box somewhere that says I have hiked the Lost Coast Trail. I'm glad to say that I have done that. I'm proud of doing that, but there were times on that trail where I wasn't having fun, and partly it really wasn't my gear or anything like that. It was just really, really tough. I was just slogging through some stuff that I didn't expect. I probably should have, um, but I didn't expect it, and so that kept it from being fun. It was hard, but then there were other parts of the trail that I was having fun because the view is incredible. It's a completely different experience than I had ever had on any other trail and things like that. So it was kind of a mixed bag for me, but for the most part, my goal was trying to have that fun. And that was the key. For other people who were going to hit that, it's going to be, I want to get from this end to this end. I want to do it as quick as I can because that's the challenge. I'm going to push my body to see if I can get it done. And when they get there and they're tired and they've worked their butts off and oh, that was tough, but man, I did it. That's their joy right there. They found it. Cool. There it is. So that's really what it is. That's kind of a moving target depending on who you talk to and what the person's mindset and goal is every time they get on the trail. So for me, I lean more on this side of a little bit more comfort. I'm going to give up some base weight space, be a little heavier in my base weight to have certain things that make my trip fun for me. Now, were those items going to be the same for this other person? No, they may be adding to their base weight for other reasons. They want certain things. For example, some people absolutely cannot hike without having a cup of coffee in the morning. Okay, that's cool. Ain't gonna fault them. I'm not big on that. I don't care about that, so I'm not gonna carry anything like that. I'm not gonna add to my weight carrying coffee and stuff like that. Other people are going to do that because that's part of the fun for them, and there it is. You got to figure out what the fun is for you, and that's what you got to go with. That's just the huge thing. If you aren't having fun in some way, why are you doing the hobby or the sport or whatever you want to call hiking, however you take hiking, seriously, whether it's the challenge of pushing your body to its limits and completing this thing in a certain amount of time or and that's where your fun is, or just being out there with friends and just enjoying a walk through the woods with the pack on and then a nice camp at night talking to people and stuff like that. If that's your joy and you found it, awesome. But if you're not having any fun whatsoever, why are you doing that? So it's really the mindset there that goes for that. I hope that's clear as mud. As usual, if you have any comments, questions, or any of that kind of thing, you can say so in the comments down below this video where I post it on YouTube. I'm also posting it here and there on Facebook. Welcome comments there and things like that. As always, you can also get a hold of me at hikingforhealthca@gmail.com. And other than that, that is the First Hiker Homily for 2021, and I will see you next time.